and we're going to go find MuseScore. It's right here, MuseScore 2. Click that, it's going to bounce and open. And once that opens, we're going to go to our dialog box. One of two things comes up. The main toolbox, the main dialog box, which is MuseScore, my first score. That's the template that it starts off with. And then you have the Start Center dialog box. Start Center is where all your saved pieces and saved templates and the Create a New Score option or an Open the Score option is located for you. So let's just say you don't want to open a score, but you want to start a new one. We're going to click here on the little plus sign, and it's going to open up a wizard called the Create New Score wizard, and you're going to type in your title, Fantasy 2, and you're going to type in your composer information. If you have any lyrics, that they're going to go here. And if you have a copyright, of course, put that in. I'm not really sure what to do about the copyright symbol, although that is a functionality that you can have. Finale and some of the other programs have the copyright symbol already at the bottom of the opening page, so you don't have to worry about that too much, and it already has it in the copyright box in the setup wizard on Finale, but here it's just a random box. So once you have all that information, you're going to click Next. It's going to take you to the Create New Score, select the template file. Well, there are several different categories. There are General, for general templates, whether it's choose instruments, a treble clef staff, a bass clef staff, or a grand staff with instruments undetermined. That's the key. That is where that is. And then there's the choral one, which has very varied options on which ones you can. Select the SATB for solo choir, the SAT plus organ, SAT plus piano, SATB closed score, meaning there's a grand staff with 2 parts on each stab of the grand staff. There's 2 parts. SATB closed score organ, that's one of them. Closed score just means it's going to bracket everything. Sometimes you don't want it bracketed or braced, you just want it an open score. SAT closed score plus piano, that breaks it up into 2. The first stab system is going to be SA on top and TV on the bottom plus piano on the bottom of that. Or you have voice plus piano, barbershop quartet, liturgical unmetrical, which is basically an unmetered score pattern, an unmetered work. This is for if you're doing a transcription that is of early piano music or spinet music or virginal music, where they didn't use meters, like back in the supposed Dark Ages or the Renaissance. You would have those unmetered, and also in the time of the Gregorian chant, you'd have unmetered text and unmetered music. So that's for those, and you can add an organ to that, as this template right here demonstrates. There's also the next system down, you've got chamber music templates, string quartet, this one, wind quartet, modified wind quartet, a saxophone quartet, a brass quartet, and brass quintet. In another video, I go into the actual instrumentation of each ensemble in another video series. So you want to be sure and tune in for that. That's in the orchestration course. I go over all of these. But in this transcription course, I'm not going to, because it's assumed that you would already know this and you're just transcribing. So The next one is the guitar templates: solo guitar, guitar plus the tablature, guitar tablature modified, and piano. Then we've got the jazz one, the jazz lead sheet, the big band chart, and the jazz combo. The rock band template, the band template, they only have one. Um, the orchestra templates, they have three: classical, concert, and string orchestra. Now, let's say you don't want to use any of these. You don't have to. You can just create your own template, which is what I'm going to show you how to do. So you have two options. Select a template from here, which some of their templates are not that good, or create your own. And I'm going to show you several dialog boxes in this video and other videos in the series how to do that. So we're going to actually not select any of the templates here. We're going to go to General, and we're going to choose Instruments. Click. And then after that, it's going to create a new score for you by taking you to the Create New Score dialog box, where you can define instruments by all instruments, common instruments used in whatever ensemble you would like to use, jazz instruments, orchestral instruments, early music instruments, and ethnic instruments. They have a ton of stuff for you to choose from, so spend some time. I encourage you to play around with each of these. And that is the top left. Then let's say you're under common instruments, you want this. I'm just going to go with common instruments because we're going to do a simple score setup in this video. So let's go to common instruments. You're going to have groups of woodwind, free reed, brass, pitched percussion, unpitched, vocals, keyboards, pluck strings, and strings. Those are all the common instrumental color groups that you're going to choose from in this common instrument setting. Now you're going to click woodwinds. See all the woodwinds that you have to choose from here. Piccolo, flute, treble flute, which is probably a more sopranino flute, recorder, oboe, English horn, B flat and A clarinet, bass clarinet, bassoon. The list goes on and on. So you've got all your options here, and I'm going to do this for a flute. And all you have to do is click the flute, and it'll highlight blue, and then the add button over here to the right of this window will become active. You can click add, and it'll add it for you. Now let's say you want an oboe. You do the same thing, it highlights blue, and you click add. Then let's say we want an English horn. Same thing, click add, it's on. Then let's say we want B flat clarinet. Now if you click add twice, it'll add two standard lines for you. It'll add two standard lines, and there's standard lines and linked parts. Those are two different features. Let's say you didn't want just the standard stave or staff. You could actually put this highlighted and remove it. Remove is below the add button. You can also click this staff thing under the B flat clarinet name, and it will highlight light blue, and you could say add link staff or add staff. Add link staff creates a similar staff to the one that's above it. Adding a staff would actually unlink the staffs, and they would both be standard. Now over here, there may be some other options. Let's see. Let's see right here. There may be some other options beside the standard. We're going to have to click the staff again, add link staff, and there's a little check mark saying that it's linked. So you would actually see that. Those check marks mean that the clarinet staffs and the score will be linked together by a bracket. So that's what that means. Let's say we want to do bass clarinet. We click it and we add it. And let's say we want a bassoon. We click it and then we click add and it goes. Okay, so now we have our ensemble. We're going to click finish. Now we've got Fantasy 2. So sometimes you'll have a brace or a bracket already formatted, but a lot of times you won't. B flat clarinet, if there's a blank staff, it'll just have the name in once. It won't have a bracket. I'm taking back what I said earlier. It won't have a bracket already. It'll just have the clarinet be these two staves. So that's what linking the parts does. Let's see. Now we have our score. Now it's ready. And now you have the next thing, which we have to go over in the next video, which is all of the commands at the top center of the score box here, this score dialog box up here, which controls every system on this program. That is in the next video, and so I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.